his head, and there he goes. Abyss gonna clean him up.
Olaf goes down. Everyone's just gonna line up here for Lazzy. He's gonna find himself the Quadra. Give it to him. Pentakill.
Priestley with the quad feet.
Gets the ace. Available, just spin to win all over.
That game was insane.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Saints Gaming Overwatch. My name is Jackson Pride Brown, joined alongside Amanda Commanda Dupuis, and we're going to be joining you tonight on a St. Clair Saints versus Ontario Tech here tonight. How are you feeling about this one, Amanda?
Very excited. I haven't heard a ton about Ontario Tech Overwatch, but I'm very interested to see how this match goes today.
Yeah, I mean, what we have, at least for us now, is the preseason record, and they are sitting at 2-0 in that preseason record right now. So they're doing fairly hot. They started off nicely, but this is the regular season now. This is when we get into a little bit more of the thick of things, and this is when, they can come out and maybe prove themselves to, make plays in regular season as well. St. Clair going to be 1-1 after that regular season, dropping a close one there in the loss, and then also getting a nice little win as well with that. So overall, I mean, they definitely did okay. I know that they had a boot camp after the preseason there, so they got a lot of experience and a lot of work ethic in there. Maybe some chemistry building, some team building, and I'm hoping that maybe that can help them here, benefit them in this game.
Absolutely. I know their boot camp was 2 days of 10 hours worth of Overwatch for both days, so hopefully they've learned some crazy new strats that are going to blow us away today.
Yeah, I would love to see that. So this is our second time actually on the mic here casting Overwatch, and we saw a little bit of this roster here first just beforehand, not too long ago, and here's the roster actually on screen. Let's give a quick little rundown of this one. This Overwatch team roster is going to consist of Gabriel, G-Skills, Skellies, Papa, and then Matthias, Apostle, Edson, Zachary, Bailable, Schreier.
There
Okay,
you
yeah,
go.
thank you, I appreciate it. Kale, Cullen, Patrick, Cheesy, Hubler, or Hubler, I don't know. It's one of the two. Aiden, 9, Allen, and Arjun, Arjunk, Kela. So that's going to be the Overwatch roster here tonight. You're going to see, all those players coming through, all 7 of those guys. We might not see all 7 actually come through and get some playing time, but we will see those 6 100%. 6 of those players 100% coming through here tonight.
For sure. Right now we have a little bit of a peek into the nest. As you can see, Coach Q talking to all the players, hyping them up for the match there. Everybody's just kind of getting ready, getting their game face on right now.
Yeah, for sure. So you can see the little griff diff on the whiteboard very vaguely there in the back. And, all these guys are fired up, getting ready to go for this NACE Star League match here. As we were just saying, it is actually advancing to regular season now. So these matches have a lot more impact. Getting the nest here, these guys are looking a lot more focused up. As we were saying as well, with the boot camp, this should help with their focus. Once again, I know we're still pretty early into the semester, so the nest chemistry is still going to be there. It's like still fairly new, I feel like. They've been in there a lot and whatnot, but it is still fairly new aspect to them. 2 players who have been, maybe playing in their bedrooms, playing at their setups in their living room or whatnot their whole lives. So very good to see that coming through. And I really want to see some of these new strats come through. I'm wondering if we will get more team pushes, if it will result in, better organization when it comes through, that when they have to regroup back and spawn and make that whole new complete push, better alt uses, maybe that. I'm very interested to see what we're going to see.
For sure. I definitely want to see what they were talking about for that boot camp. There was a few little notes on the whiteboard, very vague in the background there, but looked very interesting. All around training for our players here, getting ready for the big games for NACE Star League.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of these, the maps that they were working on in boot camp actually come to light here, because they have a very basic kind of map pool, I'd assume, right? So they all have those maps that they're consistently playing and whatnot. So to see those actually come through, them learning all these new strats on it and whatnot. I know we're talking a lot about that boot camp here, and it's just really going to have a huge impact on their game, I think. Just overall, with it being, a newly put together roster with new additions and whatnot, it's going to be that. So that is going to be that is going to be the side of Ontario Tech looking to play here. This game is just about getting started. And if there's the OTSU roster here, we got Blitz, Slifer, Luigi, almost like Luigi there, but there's a little Z in there, so I'm going to figure out how to pronounce that one here as this game goes on.
For sure.
And then Nacho Time, Calcium, and Big Mac. So looks like we're taking a trip to McDonald's here for this game.
Yeah, I do believe that player's name is Elzuigi.
Yeah, we'll figure it out as the
I'm
night
not
goes on.
sure.
We got a best of 5 series to figure that one out, so we will get that one through. But it looks like our game is just about to get underway. We are going to be loading up in the spawns here. Both teams getting prepared and ready to go, talking over some final strats before hopping into the game.
Do we see... Wow, we do see some Echo gameplay here from Bailable. Looks like we're going to have Echo Genji, actually, for our DPS line for St. Clair. And we're actually just getting right into it. Nacho Time takes out our junk. St. Clair... Oh, it looks like that was just a warm-up.
Yeah, so we were not getting right into it. You know, we're not crazy over here or anything like that. So we're just going to get started here now. As now there's no warm-up anymore. We are just assembling their heroes and whatnot. They're picking their players. So those are actually not the heroes or whatnot. They actually are selecting. So we're going to see some new players come out on that one. And it's going to be the St. Clair in the select right now. So let's see what's going to happen. I mean, I think we have 1 second till we see them. There it is. What's your opinions on this, Amanda?
Let's see here. Looks like we're going to see some Doomfist coming out from the side of St. Clair, which I haven't seen in quite a while, I'm going to be honest. Ontario Tech opting for a Tracer and a Cowboy combo over here. There's also the classic Symmetra from Bailable as well on the side of St. Clair for DPS. And we're looking at pretty average tanks for this map here. Diva, Rhine, and Zarya.
Yeah, you know, I love to see the Cowboy come out, maybe find some more headshots with that little revolver there of his. So we're going to see what comes into play here overall, but the initial push is going to come through. The control point going to be unlocking in 15 seconds, but at this point in time, you're just looking for map control. For
sure. Apostle is swinging his hammer onto the other Rhine here, trying to find a pick. Oh, and 9 takes out Big Mac. Elzweegie takes out 9, and Arjunk takes out Elzweegie.
Yeah, these are a lot of big kills coming through. St. Clair going to win those early trades in this game, which could help them capture a point. And that's exactly the case. They are going to have this one completely stacked. It will get contested just for a second, but not for long. St. Clair will start capturing percentages here now as Ontario Tech University going to have to find an answer for it. It is still very early in this one, but St. Clair getting that early lead definitely going to help them out.
St. Clair, 2 members down right now. 2 crucial members, Baptiste and Reinhardt. So it looks like Ontario Tech is just trying to take that point. There's 5 of them on the point. Only 1 St. Clair member on the point, and it goes to Ontario Tech. The point control right now is in their favor.
Yeah, so St. Clair, a lot of these players going down. 9 Apostle and G2 skills are just respawning, and they're going to wait for the other 3 to come in as well, because at this point in time, you're not going to be pushing in just a group of 3 or 4. So you will wait for all 6, and now here it is. Going to come through. We do have a couple people really close to ults already, being Bailable, AR Junk, Apostle, etc. And then over on the side of Ontario Tech, Blitz and Zuigi already going to have theirs, and Zuigi actually going to use his. Could see a big play coming through.
St. Clair just trying to dodge that high noon, kind of waiting for their entrance, and here it is, big shatter by Apostle. Seems like they were able to take out Big Mac with that one. Can they take out the Reinhardt? Yes, they do. G-Scales takes out Reinhardt, and Apostle takes out Calcium on the Lucio, and 9 takes out Slifer.
Yeah, that was a lot of big kills, and maybe another there. There's another. That's a team wipe for St. Clair. They are going to be back here now, and now it is going to be the side of St. Clair's currently capturing percentage.
Apostle here just charging right into Elzweegie. St. Clair just taking their picks off of the other team here. Ontario Tech is going to have to regroup to try to pick off a member of St. Clair early so they can take that 6v5 and have that advantage.
Yeah, so percentages looking like they're about to get even. Currently, St. Clair College does have the side of Ontario Tech just outside on this outside skirt of the map. An ice wall will go down to even slow down that push even more. And St. Clair really applying the pressure on the backlines here. I like how far away St. Clair is pushing from the site, so these fights aren't actually going down on site. They're going on right outside of fight. They're pushing the side of Ontario
Another
Tech
big shatter! Oh my
back
goodness.
towards spawn, and they also get all those frags out there. And St. Clair College now going to have another team wipe, and now they are going to be the favorite here on this point.
Sorry, I just get excited by those crazy shatters that Apostle's been landing like crazy lately. Elzweegie just kind of waiting for his team to regroup, trying to get a little bit of poke damage, but the May wall comes up and blocks him right now, so he can't, blocks the Cowboy from the high noon, so he can't really get anything. Big beat from the side of Ontario Tech. St. Clair slowly getting wiped out.
Yeah, that's a team wipe down for St. Clair here now. Cheesy, Junk, and Scales all weak here, and it is now going to be point going back into the favor of Ontario Tech. St. Clair did a very good job. They got about 60% on that hold there, but now they will have to get the retake here before the side of Ontario Tech does come away with, stealing this game potentially. St. Clair, they should have a time for about 2 to 3 pushes. Looking at this current percentage, you really do not want to allow Ontario Tech to take this to overtime.
Ooh, huge shatter by Elzuigi, taking out almost the whole St. Clair squad here. The rest of them kind of just straggling around, slowly getting picked off. It looks like that's going to be a hard regroup for St. Clair. They have time for about one more regroup and see if they can get in there. Because if they can't, the point's going to go to Ontario Tech.
Yeah, this is not going to be an easy push by any means. Once a team starts holding it, I mean, it's pretty hard to play the retake. It's always good to obviously be in control of that point yourself and play the defensive game. St. Clair, they can't play that now, though. They're going to go on the offense trying to take down this Ontario Tech squad. And the push is here. The contest is in. Blitz finds one early onto Cheesy. Nacho time finding 9 potentially. And that is going to be 9 just keeping his life just barely.
God!
G-Scales going to go crazy with the Diva. Gets the blow up and finds 4. This point going to go in favor of Ontario Tech, though. Not in time.
That was I haven't seen a Diva bomb like that in a very long time. Holy, that was insane. You can even see the players in chat right now. Big Mac, wait, we won? That's exactly how I feel.
I'm honestly so confused by that as well.
C9 in official game. Oh my goodness. These players are full of it today. But it looks like we are on, don't quite remember the name of this map, I'm gonna be honest. We're in the little space-like center on, I do believe this is Lijiang.
Yeah, so it is going to be St. Clair here now, looking to take this game number 2 here. This is round number 2, sorry, because if they don't take this one, this is going to be Ontario Tech shutting it down here early in map 1. So St. Clair, they got a lot of work to do. This entry is going to be big. If St. Clair can win this first frag, it's going to be tough, though. It's Nacho time. Will get some util damage on a 9 there. Available, going to do something on Big Mac. So now, still all players alive. Slifer going to take down Apostle, though. Now that's going to be an early player advantage for the side of Ontario Tech.
G-Scale's trying to do some poke damage here, but it's not enough. St. Clair slowly falling, and it looks like they're going to have to regroup here to have a fair fight. Elzuigi just kind of grouping back up with his team, swinging that hammer around, because that's what Reinhardt does best.
Yeah, so that's going to be the side of Ontario Tech, as we were saying, will take that early percentage as St. Clair does regroup here now. And Luigi already having his ult as well as 9. So we could see some of those come out here early, as well as Big Mac here now. So the ults are all coming through from players. The contest is here. This is a great push from St. Clair.
Ooh.
And this is some great damage going down. Scales going to take down Luigi. Slifer gets a trade, but Apostle going to find Big Mac.
This map looks like it's a little bit difficult with the pillar in the middle there. They're kind of playing ring around the Reinhardt there, trying to figure out who's going to be able to shatter first. St. Clair does manage to get some early picks here and advance a little bit further on the point, as Apostle does have shatters, so we're going to have to watch out for that. G-Scales also has bomb again, so we might see a combination of the two.
I'm loving seeing Babel sit there back there with that Junkrat just firing grenades away down that hallway. It's actually really funny to see there. And this Reinhardt getting very aggressive. That is going to be Apostle just forcing these players back into their spawn. And those are some frags going through. And it is so huge how far these players are back. He finds another. That's going to be G-Scales. And that's 9 finding one as well. Oh my goodness, St. Clair getting a team wipe here and just applying so much pressure.
That is such a big stagger to wait that long, kill that Reinhardt when the rest of his team just respawn. They're going to have to wait a few more seconds before they can regroup and make another push.
Yeah, so, I mean, St. Clair doing an excellent job there for pulling off that little play. And now they are doubling the side of Ontario Tech's percentage.
Oh
Apostle finds Luigi, available, and Cheesy going huge for the side of St. Clair. And they are playing defense immaculately right now.
You can see there, Nacho Time tried their very best to put that Graviton to stop St. Clair, but it wasn't quite enough. Sure, it held them in place, but they were still dealing damage like crazy.
Yeah, so St. Clair now hitting that 80% on the point threshold there now. And that's got to cause a little bit of concern for the side of Ontario Tech. They're going to need to make this push worth their while, as this is probably their last one. They use a lot of ults here,
Oh my
and
goodness.
the lot is going down. This is mayhem here on near the point. Bailable and Cheesy, though, opening us up with a couple picks. Junk finds one as well, and Slifer answers back with two of his own. Blitz finds one. This is a 3v3. How's this one going to play out?
It's anybody's game right now. Apostle does have Shatter. Rest of his team has gone down except for his Lucio, but they shatter and take out Calcium. Apostle gets taken off the point by Slifer. It looks like Ontario Tech were able to take over that point just in the nick of time, but they will have to defend from St. Clair for another 65%. Or else, if St. Clair caps the point now, it's game over.
Yeah, so a lot of time here to defend for Ontario Tech. St. Clair should have 2 to 3 pushes in this duration to try to take control of this before we're seeing overtime come through. And it's a great start here now. We're going to see some ults come through, and Bailable finds one on Blitz early. Nacho Time going to take down Bailable on that opening play, though. Nacho Time now finding a second with Cheesy going down. And now we're looking to see St. Clair find one. G-Scale's going to take down Big Mac. Apostle finds Luigi. The point is becoming open. They're still looking for the last one, and they take down Slifer. That is now going to be St. Clair at the upper hand here on point. Everybody from Ontario Tech is dropping, trying to do whatever they can, but they are just controlling this point with the best of their ability. St. Clair going for the cap, and now Ontario Tech need to touch the point in the overtime.
They only have a few seconds here. Reinhardt trying to go on to point here, but they managed to just keep him off and secure that 1 point. Oh my, Apostle shatters to declare victory for that point there.
Great stuff from St. Clair in the end of the day there. Ontario Tech, I mean, they had the one control there on the defense, but St. Clair's push was just so strong, so significant with all the alt uses and stuff that they used even there too in those battles, and it just resulted in them being able to tie this now 1-1. Everything gonna come down to this though, Amanda. Any predictions here? I mean, any estimates? What do you think these players have to do? What do you think?
I think we can both agree, Jackson, that it's anybody's game right now. Both teams looking very evenly matched up with very similar, actually, I lied, very different compositions here. It looks like we're going to see something more divey from St. Clair and a little bit more of like a regular kind of point hold comp from Ontario Tech over here.
Hey man, we always take these risks, so let's see if the risk will pay off for St. Clair doing this, you know, as you were saying, a little bit unusual of a setup, and we could see an early frag coming out here on the point. A lot of damage coming through from Apostle here now, and that is actually going to be Blitz taking down AR Drunk early though, but Cheesy gonna find Big Mac. Nacho Time takes down Apostle. The point is anybody's right now at this point in time, but Zuigi finds one big kill. Cheesy, a lot of pressure on to do some more damage and inflict some players to get off this point. That's going to force G-Scales out of his Diva and will lose his life. So this point is looking to go in favor of Ontario Tech.
That was crazy. I think Ontario Tech definitely did a very, very good job of forcing them off that point so they could cap, because that's really what matters here. If you can keep the other team off the point as much as possible, especially if you can take those team fights off of the point, that's going to be very valuable to waste time. Again, it's all a game of wasting time.
Yes, I completely agree with you on that one, Amanda. So, Ontario Tech down here having a lot of ults, though, where St. Clair, on the other hand, not really a whole lot. And maybe you could punish the side of St. Clair here in this one, but G-Scales will open this up.
Big shatter!
Big kill on a Blitz, and there's another one on a Big Bad Boy. Slifer takes down 3. Junk 9 and Cheesy will hit the floor. Bailable following up as well. And that's St. Clair now having to regroup and play off the spawn.
Slifer just mopping the floor there, throwing in that pulse bomb after the shatter. That was a huge alt combo. Very impressive.
Yeah, so the regroup is here just waiting on G-Scales, and G-Scales will actually make his way back here up now. And but this is a lot of pressure from Ontario Tech here early. This is a lot of percentage that St. Clair is now going to have to answer back for. They need just one really good break, and they have about 2 more opportunities at that. G-Scales will open us up with one on Calcium, but Slifer and Nacho Time answer back with 3. Junk trying to do his own work as well, will take down Blitz, and Apostle finds one, but Apostle will get traded. Numbers still in favor of Ontario Tech. And let's see if St. Clair can make this break work, but it doesn't look to be working so well right now. G-Scale's going to be so weak, so close to losing his life. He's going to go knocked out of his shell, and he somehow is still alive.
that was impressive that he was able to get away, but I think the Diva Bomb was enough of a distraction. Available, TPing in behind. He does have Death Blossom. He's looking for it, but he gets pinned and taken out early. They're at a bit of a disadvantage right now, but Apostle is able to take Elzuigi out. It's anybody's game still. G-Scale's looking for a pick, trying to get any sort of advantage here so they can cap that. Oh, they did cap that point. I blinked and I missed it. Oh my goodness, that was a huge boop, taking Big Mac off the map, but Slifer does Pulse Bomb 9 and takes out Apostle on the way too. Available, just chilling on the point here, trying to find a place to use his Death Blossom. And he tries his best, but gets stunned.
Yeah, so this is looking like the point is now in favor of Ontario Tech. They're going to get the capture, and this is going to force an overtime play unless St. Clair can get it in the next few seconds. But, yeah, St. Clair now having to rush to the point. They can't really wait for a full, complete regroup. They're going to have to go in right here, right now. The overtime is on. The contest is through, but it's not going to be an easy one to win. Zuigi and Slifer find 2 early ones on Available and 9, and it's going to be St. Clair still looking for an answer, but so many players from the team are down. It's going to be hard to answer back for it. G-Scale's knocked out of Diva Shell, and now forced to run her off the pistol. Not inflicting a crazy amount of damage and not having a whole lot of health. He's going to lose his life. The overtime ticking down. I don't think a Kinest will come through, but there it is. Last second, 2 players have made their way to the point, but the overtime zings by, and Ontario Tech will take game number 1 in this best of 5 series.
That was crazy. That last Tracer touch at the end was, I wasn't expecting that, but when you see the Lucio beat come out and there's only 1 player from the opposing team on the point, it's pretty much, you know it's going to be GG. Here we can see G-Scales play the game here with that 4K Diva Bomb. Absolutely crazy. Look at that. Beautiful.
Unfortunately, that lesson led to a loss. That's crazy because we were all kind of baffled that actually ended up ending to a loss. So it was actually, you know, that 4K coming through, and immediately after the overtime ticked down, and they did end up winning that one for the side of Ontario Tech. So the tension's a little high there right now in the St. Clair Nest. You know, they are, you know, the scoreboard is a little bit wrong there in that top left. It will say that St. Clair is up 1-0, but that is not the case. We'll let production know behind the screen that the score is wrong there in the top left. And then, anyhow, though, it is going to be the side of... Oh, never mind. It's not really long. I guess it's saying 1-0 for OTSU. But, yeah, we're here where we are. But, anyways, that is going to be now St. Clair on the back foot. This is a very big game, too, for them now because they can't really afford to go down 2-0 in the series, being forced to pull off a reverse sweep shortly after.
Exactly. This is best of 5 today, so if you let your opponent go 2 out of those 5 games, you have to do that complete reverse sweep. But really, it's still anybody's game. The last section of that map there, it wasn't looking like it was too much in St. Clair's favor, but we do know they do a little bit better on hybrid and payload maps, so we'll have to see how the teams fare up with that one, and we'll have to see where we go next for game 2.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed a lot from those hybrid payload maps and stuff like that is when they do have to capture a point before the payload gets released, they struggle getting that point, you know, early to give them a lot of time with that payload. Sometimes that point takes them a little while to actually get, so then they don't have much time when the payload comes out, which is their bread and butter. And they really just got to work on trying to, you know, get that point early. If you can get that point early, you know, they have a much better shot at winning this one.
Absolutely. As we've seen before, for maps like King's Row, or as we've referred to as Saints Row, they are quite good at holding that one, and but breaking through on the attack can be a little bit difficult. If you can get through and get past that horrible archway that many teams happen to get stuck in, you can really push it to the end. But we'll have to see what map we end up going to as the team kind of gets ready here. Oh, it is Saints Row by the looks of it, so that'll be very interesting.
Yeah, very excited to see that Saints Row coming through here once again. You know, at least we know that St. Clair has experienced on it, and they've played some other schools against it here recently, actually, with that. So very exciting to see there. We should see some nice little organized plays coming there out from the guys. It did look a little more organized throughout that first game 1 there, despite the loss. Things looked more thorough and organized in play, tactical. I really liked what I saw despite, you know, being down 1-0 there. I really feel like that first map that first round, sorry, they really could have. It was so close. If just a couple minor changes, they could have come through with the W on that one, and it would have changed the scoreline of the series here right now. But besides that, they performed very, very well.
For sure. As we can see in the nest as well, players look really relaxed. They don't look too stressed out or anything. I think they're confident in their abilities, which is very good. I mean, 20 hours of gaming on the weekend there might do that to you. Get a little bit more used to that pressure. So that's definitely good to see.
Yeah, I completely agreed with you on that one. So game 2 should be right around the corner here right now, just waiting on a couple more players to join from either side. And, St. Clair, they've been playing. It's so tough because their losses are so close losses.
Oh, yes.
And it's so heartbreaking at the same time. Like, when they come out with the W's, yes, they're very close as well. Like, I mean, everything is just so close. We haven't seen any dominant losses or dominant wins yet. And I feel like it is just a matter of time. But tonight, I don't think that's going to be the case. Ontario Tech and St. Clair are battling it out through game 1.
For sure. I'm predicting a game 5. That's my prediction.
Really? See, I don't know. I don't know, really, right now. I think St. Clair, I need to see them still play confident in this game 2 right now. If I see them that they've lost a little bit of confidence going into this one, I'd be a little bit concerned.
For sure. It looks like we are getting started here on Kings Row. Just kind of doing a little bit of fly through. Very, very beautiful map, especially with all the reflections and the nighttime kind of scenery here. And it looks like our teams are just getting prepared. I do believe St. Clair College is on the attack. We'll be able to confirm that in a moment. We have about 3 seconds until we find out that information. I think. I'm not sure. Yes, St. Clair is on the attack. So looks like we are going to see some very similar comps here.
Yeah, so, I mean, they typically have, like, a pretty, players they're comfortable playing with and whatnot. So we're going to see a lot of the duplicates come through from game to game here. And, yes, I just repeating what I was saying before, very big one here for St. Clair. I like seeing them on the attack first. I think they do better when they don't really have a time that they have to beat right away. They can just play their game, and I think they can really, just go at it without having any pressure really kind of on them. So I think that is really good news that they do have the attack first here.
For sure, and we're just getting started. G-Scale's putting up that defense matrix, to protect his team nice and early here. Saints are moving close together around the right side of the statue. Actually, they decide to go left here. Do a little bit of poke damage, running in onto the point with the Lucio speed and trapping Ontario Tech into that corner. They do manage to take out El Luigi, kind of dancing around a little bit here, trying to find another pick. St. Clair is in control of the point right now, and it looks like they're doing their best to capture it. Will they be successful?
They 100% will be successful. The point's been captured now. And this is one thing we literally just said in that pregame. They need to capture that point quick, and they did just that. Like, they dominated that point. I think it was like 45 seconds or something like that is what they actually used in the end of the day. Blitz going to get a big one unavailable, though, so this could be tough. Ontario Tech pushing them out slowly. This payload is moving, but Ontario Tech is pushing them out, so this payload could get stopped here. And in just a second, this alley, we've talked about it before. It's got to get pushed through here. If they get stopped in this alley, it's going to be a concern. The Dragons are not going to help. That's going to draw all these players off of the payload. And now the repush is going to have to come through, but the contest is now there. And St. Clair has really kind of lost their ground on the payload.
In my opinion, this is one of the most difficult spots in this map. Apostle doesn't care. He just runs in with his hammer. They kind of have to block that window, but Blitz does take out 9 here. Slifer takes out his immortality field as well. Huge shatter! Oh my goodness! Apostle shatters the whole team, but gets taken out by Slifer so quickly. G-Scale's able to make up a little bit of that, but really, it looks like St. Clair is going to go down in this battle. Oh my goodness.
They did get it fairly deep. Oh, that D.Va's very weak from the side of Ontario Tech, but they did get the payload fairly pushed out of that tunnel. They're at least not stuck right in the middle. They got a little bit of an advance, and Jeezy's just advancing it even more with the help of some of his teammates now. This payload has made its way through that little choke point that we've talked about. Now they are not smooth sailing, but they have a fairly better advance to go from here, as there's still over 4 minutes remaining, and they're already over halfway to that first checker.
That Lucio speed with the whole team coordinating is very, very dangerous. There is a D.Va bomb going into the air, but it manages to only get Arjunk. St. Clair actually down 2 right now. might be in their best interest to kind of play slow and regroup here. But Cheesy does get taken out. Nine's Immortality Field goes down, Bailable goes down, Apostle goes down. Luigi kind of on a streak here, just getting kill after kill. It looks like Blitz takes out G-Scales and Nine, and Slifer will take Cheesy with him. St. Clair is going to have to totally regroup here.
Yeah, for sure. So Ontario Tech is, putting them on the back foot here now. This payload slowly moving backwards the other way. St. Clair, they do have a couple ults here, but so does Ontario Tech to shut those down. And, yeah, it really comes down to St. Clair here now to try to make a play. They still have lots of time. That is one thing they do have generosity in their favor. They just got to get back on this payload and play their game. But Ontario Tech...
Oh, my goodness! Huge shatter by the side of Ontario Tech. Luigi just taking out the whole team with Blitz on his side. Just one after another here. Oh my, team kill by Ontario Tech University onto St. Clair. Securing that payload, not letting them advance a single inch more.
Yeah, and that is huge for Ontario Tech right now, because even if St. Clair does get it to this checkpoint eventually, they have way less time to work with, as Ontario Tech is currently just burning time, and burning time can win you games.
Exactly. We see the double high noon coming out here. Will it find anybody? No, but those dragons are deadly, trapping them into the corner. Our Junk is forced to use Beat. Another shatter comes out by Apostle. They take out the whole Ontario Tech team for the most part here. Yeah, they do, it looks like. This is absolutely insane. St. Clair just trying to take out the last straggler there, and they managed to do it, claiming the cart in their possession yet again.
Yes, 100%. So that cart now will be advancing here now to this checkpoint. St. Clair is looking to get the capture. And, I mean, I feel like they should have it fairly locked down here now. Ontario Tech isn't too crazily pushed up. And, yeah, this one should be hitting this checkpoint. It will get contested with just a few meters to go. And, actually, this could be big for Ontario Tech. But I think St. Clair will have the situation under control.
That Maywall stopped the Diva Bomb so well. Oh my goodness, the blizzard comes out from Bailable, freezing a few people from Ontario Tech here. Apostle manages to take out Nacho Time, but Blitz gets some revenge by taking out Cheesy. It's kind of anybody's game right now. It's back and forth. The Baptiste wall comes up from 9. Dragons go through the point from Ontario Tech. Apostle goes to shatter, but gets absolutely annihilated by Big Mac here. The whole team just getting wiped out, and it's going to be a reset for St. Clair.
Yeah, and this is scary, okay? Because they haven't gotten this point yet. They're so close, but they haven't gotten it yet. And we're only about 70 seconds remaining here now, so could be slowly getting concerning. Ontario Tech, they've been locking this one down fairly nicely. And the Dragons, I don't know how Ontario Tech keeps getting them so much. I mean, I feel like I see them coming out here on every St. Clair push. And it is now going to be St. Clair trying once again, but under a minute remaining. Can they get this second point?
Cheesy with a big Deadeye taking out Slifer. Big Mac. 9 takes out Luigi. 3 members from Ontario Tech are down. St. Clair is going to capitalize on that. They are going to advance. G-Scales manages to get Blitz. Apostle gets Nacho Time. And it looks like St. Clair is able to cap that payload and get an extra minute under their belt there.
Yeah, but 2 minutes is not a crazy amount of time to move it. They do have a generosity, a decent bit of time there, but not your ideal amount. So now on the final stretch, they have a good early push, though. They're getting this nearly halfway at a minimum here to start us off. And Ontario Tech getting pushed out into their spawn. Apostle going huge there, doing some plays on Big Mac. The Dragons once again coming out. And the St. Clair now will be contested on the payload. But the advance is looking to come through. 9 from above, firing away shots onto this Ontario Tech squad. St. Clair in good positioning, but not anymore. Blitz goes crazy for Ontario Tech.
Oh my goodness, St. Clair was looked like they had the upper hand there. 9 had some great positioning, everybody just kind of collapsing on them, but Blitz with his Deadeye just taking out 2, 3 people there back to back, trying to get another one as they advance as well.
Yeah, so it's going to be St. Clair now continuously trying to move this point along. And, you're so close. You really want to try to get on this as best as you can here right now. A lot of util coming out, a lot of ults.
Oh my goodness!
G-Scales with the Diva Bomb finds 3. maybe another. Getting very aggressive. Cheesy will take down Slifer. This should clean things up. That is a near full team wipe. Now that's going to come through. St. Clair all going to be hopping onto the payload. They're going to push this as fast as they can. Will the side of Ontario Tech get there in time? That's the question. They're pushing it out in front now. They are still keeping players on the payload in the process. It's so close. We are literally 1.5 meters away. St. Clair need to win these fights. Nacho Time will take down 9. Sweegie finds Cheesy. Baleable finds 1, but Nacho Time and Sweegie go off on the point. There is only 1.5 meters, and St. Clair will have to regroup.
That grab and shatter combo was deadly. They are all grouped up, and it was all perfect for Luigi to just jump right in and knock them all down. Looks like St. Clair is setting back up here. They only have 7 seconds they need to touch. We have one ultimate from Cheesy, and Slifer does have his dragons. Oh, they did not touch in time.
Damn.
Round 1 will go to Ontario Tech inside of defense here. St. Clair will have to keep them from getting to that last meter or two from the end of the map.
And that's tough because, you know, even if you have 0 time remaining but you get it through, you at least got it through, and, you know, Ontario Tech might be able to tie it. But now if Ontario Tech gets it through at all, that's game over for you. So that could be a concern. And as we've been saying, especially before that first half got played, you know, if St. Clair does drop this game number 2, it's the reverse sweep that has to come through, and that's not what you want to see from the side of St. Clair right now. You want to see this one, you know, be 1-1 going into game number 3, but Ontario Tech now looking to go on the offense. Let's see what they can do on that side of things for a change. St. Clair, they did a very good job of capturing that point early. I'm very interested to see if Ontario Tech will do the same.
Exactly. I want to see how St. Clair is going to set up to hold this point. They are fairly coordinated on this point, as far as I know. Be able to hold and move continuously to keep that that point in their favor and be able to turn the fight quickly. But we will have to see how they match up to Ontario Tech. See if Ontario Tech can break through their defense and cap that point.
Agreed with you on that one there. So now it is going to be Ontario Tech getting underway in just 5 seconds, getting their attack. St. Clair, the defense is looking to come through onto the point, and it is all mayhem leashed out now. The first shot's coming through from both sides, trying to inflict some early damage, and this first fight is always a massive one, no matter what the game mode is.
Looks like Baleable puts up a huge ice wall to stall them a little bit. Cheesy gets a huge pick on Blitz. That's going to make it a 5v5, actually. Nacho Time takes out Cheesy. Kind of back and forth. 9 takes out Luigi.
Yeah, good
Apostle.
trades.
Wow, that was... St. Clair does look to have the upper hand right here.
Yeah, they do knock down a lot of the side of Ontario Tech here now, forcing Ontario Tech to regroup from spawn and go for another push. St. Clair, they are doing a little bit better here on that alt, you know, util, percentage, economy, whatever you want to call it. And Ontario Tech now going for their second push here. Slower and a little bit more precise this time, but it's still going to be there in full force. St. Clair trying to do whatever they can. 9 going to take down Nacho Time, and maybe another, but Sweegie will find Apostle, and 9 will find Blitz. Scales takes down Big Mac as well. The numbers now in favor of St. Clair once again.
9 with that absolutely crazy support, keeping his team up there, doing some damage, just being all well-rounded there, making sure that everybody is doing well, topped up on health. G-Scales just throwing a little bit of fire towards the enemy team, stop them from advancing too quickly.
Yeah, so now St. Clair will be the team here with getting all their ults. Now they can use these on the defensive side of things. A lot of time has been burned for the side of Ontario Tech early in this one. St. Clair, they got this point, and they've already moved the payload like halfway to the first checker by now. And so Ontario Tech being a lot more slowed down, but a lot of kills come through. Big Mac, Slifer, and Blitz going to get that team wipe. This point is going to be captured right here. I know that for a fact. So the payload going to be getting unleashed here in just a few seconds.
For sure. I don't think it would be very smart for St. Clair to try to reclaim this. It looks like Cheesy's just going to wait for the rest of his team. Apostle did have Shatter in his possession. He still does. He was looking for that perfect moment, but he got taken out a little too early. And oh my goodness, we're going right back into the action. Apostle is going to look for that Shatter. He's looking. Will he find it? St. Clair already takes out 3. Maybe he won't use it then in this case. They're just going to push him back into spawn a little bit. See what happens.
Yeah, so now that payload not moved near as much as St. Clair moved it right away. So Ontario Tech having a little bit of a tougher time, but they are going to get a bunch of people stacked on that point here now. They do still actually have a decent bit of time to work with, and St. Clair now on just trying to stop them at this little choke point through the tunnel.
Oh my.
And Nacho and Blitz, though, will open us up, and this is big for Ontario Tech. This is not what you want to see if you're St. Clair. They do still have the contest on the payload, but for how long? Blitz finding that frag will completely open up the payload for Ontario Tech, and that should maybe allow them to take it through the tunnel here now.
Exactly. It looked like Apostle did use his shatter at some point. I didn't quite catch that, but Elzwiji has his now, so St. Clair's going to have to watch out for that. Also, Ontario Tech were able to get through that little archway, the really difficult one to pass through that we keep talking about. So, looking to push it to this next point with a little bit of advanced positioning. There is a high noon coming out, though.
Yeah, so there is a lot of alts coming through here, and maybe seeing some more being used, but some big picks from St. Clair taking out Cypher and Zwigi. Those are 2 alts had on players from Ontario Tech that are no longer alive. Blitz will find AR Junk, though, to now put the numbers slightly on Ontario Tech's favor. So now it's going to be the side of Ontario Tech just trying to continue to advance this payload, but St. Clair having more control of it right now. Ontario Tech going to try to flood in here, but they're all kind of pushing kind of slowly individually. You see them slowly start to regroup here now.
Apostle just kind of swinging at the corner here. Rest of his team grouping up. Both Ryans putting their shields towards each other. Oh my goodness, a shatter comes out. St. Clair all knocked down, but the beat manages to save them for the most part until Cypher comes out there with the dragons and just takes them out one by one. Blitz helping out. Cheesy does manage to take out Elzwiji and Big Mac, but in the end, looks like Ontario Tech is able to push that point to the payload to the second point.
Yeah, completely agreed with you there. So now they have to get it that 68.48 meters. They pretty much essentially have to just get it like pretty much to the goal line at this point in time, and they're doing a lot of pressure on it early. Like, you see this early payload movement they're getting. That's a lot of movement here early in this one before St. Clair's actually been able to get a contest. They've already got nearly half of the meters they need to get. A team wipe here from Ontario Tech will be huge, but St. Clair shuts every one of them down. That's a full team kill, and St. Clair has all the cards in their favor now.
Blink and you'll miss it. I do believe that was G-Scale's grab that grouped them all up, just ready for St. Clair to collapse on them, just funnel that damage into one place, taking out everybody at the same time. And Apostle does have his shatter still, so they could do it again. Oh, Cheesy gets taken out by Blitz. Apostle doesn't manage to hit anything with his shatter. It's kind of falling apart. I feel like I cursed them. I feel a little bad, actually, Jackson, not gonna lie.
Hey, man, it's the caster's curse. You just learn to get used to it. Anyways, so it is going to be this side of Ontario Tech actually getting a lot of frags there now. Taking a lot of these players down could open up the payload now for Ontario Tech, and it's going to do just that. They only have 1 player on it, and sometimes 2, but it is still moving slowly. And if you look there at the meters, I mean, it's getting dangerously close to where St. Clair had it. They only need to get it another less than 10 meters. Some frags come through for St. Clair, though, to contest the payload. Stun, though, going to be maybe the end of Bilbo's life. Somehow keeping it alive. G-Scales gets aggressive, will push Blitz back out. And St. Clair, with the pressure here now, could cause for concern for the side of Ontario Tech. They still have 1 minute and 45 to work with. They need to move at 7.5 meters.
Cheesy looking for a cheeky pick over here. Big grab. Wonder what he's going to do to take advantage of it. Looked like he just did some punches here and there. Don't quite know what's going on. There's a dragon going through the whole map. Oh my goodness. Blitz takes out 2 more. St. Clair's falling down. Exactly.
That's it.
That's gotta be it. Unless they can touch. Oh.
Wow. They got a team kill to end it. That's like getting like a walk-off home run in baseball, man. You got a team kill right there to just end that. And, I mean, man, like, that is just so tough. Apostle, St. Clair's been getting play of the games on the maps they're losing here now. So, very unfortunate there for them. But, you know, they're just so close. And that's what I mean. Every time they do drop one here, it's so close. And I feel like it's so, like, heartbreaking to see how, like, you just know the numbers up there. 1.5 meters. 1.5 meters is what really costed that game right there. And that's what's really just so unfortunate in the end of the day. But now it is going to be 2-0 in Ontario Tech's favor here now. St. Clair are put in that reverse sweep position that we were talking about, the position they didn't really want to be in, obviously.
Exactly. It looks like morale is a little low in the nest right now, but there's still time for a comeback. I think St. Clair can still get it together and do this reverse sweep if they
It all
can.
starts with one game win. Really, at the end of the day, this game 3 obviously huge because they lose it or else they win it or go home. But it's really got to be starting with this one game. If they can get one under their belt here, I think the next 2 will be easier. But the hardest thing is getting that first one under their belt. Obviously, Ontario Tech, a really strong school. They're 2-0 in preseason. They're currently up 2-0 in the series. They've won their fair share of games here to start us off. Like, they've probably only lost like a maximum of 2 maps probably throughout their whole time playing in this league so far. So St. Clair obviously playing a really pretty solid team here, one of those top teams that are probably going to be in this league. This is some good competition for them. They really, really just need to get those few tiny mistakes tightened up, and then they will come through with the W here because these are so close. They're so close for St. Clair to actually be putting up, maybe a map win or even at least forcing this one to like an in-depth overtime of some sorts.
Exactly, and we saw a lot of team kills from both sides there, which is very impressive. I mean, usually you'll get 4 or 5, and then like maybe they'll catch the straggler on the way out. But it was just constant, everybody dying at once, which is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely made a little bit tough there on to the side of St. Clair. The team kills is really what I think hurt St. Clair in the end of the day. Obviously, losing all of those players is never an easy blow. But you do see, when the side of Ontario Tech, they get those full team kills. Next thing you know, you see 6 players on a payload. That payload's zooming. That payload's going like 140 on a highway right now, just going absolutely down the street, just going crazy. And that's the thing that makes it so difficult here for the side of St. Clair, because when you get that full team wipe, you're way back in spawn. You're just watching that bar at the top tick, and you just see it traveling so fast. It's the regroups is not there, and I saw Ontario Tech get a minimum of 3 team kills in that matchup.
Oh yeah. And that's definitely, it can be frustrating seeing that bar tick while your teammates are on respawn, while you're trying to group up. If you step out a little too early and you get picked off, then it can be a little bit nerve-wracking, but it was very close game. Like you had said, it was like 1.5 meters difference between the end of the map and where St. Clair ended. So we could very well see St. Clair turn this around. It's just a matter of time. Looks like our next map will be Route 66, which is just payload. So the payload will be in their possession from the start, and they'll have to push it all the way to the end. And whoever pushes it further will win.
Yeah, pretty basic concept there. That's one thing that's very nice about Overwatch. You can look at the screen. If you have a general understanding of video games, you can understand kind of what's going on. So anybody who's new to anybody who's new to Overwatch here, welcome to the stream. And I hope you guys are, understanding the game fairly nicely and enjoying yourselves where we're at. I know St. Clair are going to be down 2-0 right here, right now, but not a concern. We're getting some great games. Honestly, they're very close games, and despite the scoreline, the scoreline does not reflect how St. Clair's been playing. Bottom line.
For sure. And don't be too intimidated when you see a whole mess of ultimates. Just look at the kill feed. If you're lost, always look at the kill feed, and you'll know who's up.
I do that myself. I do.
I've been playing Overwatch for maybe 3 or 4 years now, and I still do it myself.
Amen. When in doubt, look at the kill feed. So we are going to be in preparation time here now. So who's on the attack here first, Amanda? Is it St. Clair once again?
St. Clair will be on the attack here. Looks like they are preparing Cheesy on the Echo, which is interesting. I haven't seen too much Echo play in my day. And Arjunk looks like he is going to be on the Ana, personal favorite of mine. So I'm happy to see this matchup here. Ontario Tech is going to opt for the Lucio Bab for support. Another Hanzo and Cowboy matchup as well. So it's going to be quite an interesting match.
Yeah, so here we go. 4 seconds away. And let's get started. A must-win match for your St. Clair Saints. Let's see if they can come away through with it. But it is going to be Ontario Tech playing that defense here right away. Let's see if St. Clair can get a nice little initial push. A team kill for St. Clair here to open us up would be absolutely massive. It's getting some early movement here, but this movement is fairly easy. It's when you get around this corner is when things really start getting difficult.
Apostle going for a quick dive up here. Oh my goodness, he gets rocked by Sigma there. St. Clair's going to have to retreat a little bit because Blitz did demech D.Va, which is not good. Having a baby D.Va running around. Oh, she gets taken out by El Zwigi, and so does Cheesy. just as Cheesy actually takes out Elzuigi. Double kill, sorry, back-to-back kill there.
Yeah, I mean, the transfer kill goes through there from them. Calcium taking down Bailable, though, is a big one. That's the one that's really going to say, okay, St. Clair, we got to slow down now, regroup, and play together once again. And that's just a tough situation to have to deal with. They are trying to get a couple players in there. But ultimately, Ontario Tech winning that first fight, I'd say, getting St. Clair stopped there at that marker. And, you know, that's a minute, and I think already kind of burned right now there for St. Clair. So a minute now that they're going to try to make back and continue to move this payload on a little bit further. Available, opening things up on a Big Mac is just where they need to start.
Exactly. That's a huge pick by taking out the Baptiste. That is some damage and healing. He take it out. Oh my goodness, Apostle does dive onto the Hanzo. Slifer not quite take it out though. Apostle determined to just push into that back line. Does manage to take out Calcium. G-Skills takes out Slifer. Apostle still just swinging his little monkey arms around, trying to find somebody, and he does manage to take out Elzuigi.
There's the 5-player kill streak, and now the payload going to hit the first marker for St. Clair, and they have lots of time with that still as well. I'd say they did a fairly good job, or at least at a minimum average there on that first little payload marker. They did fairly good there getting that one through with lots of time remaining here. So 4.5 minutes now for the side of St. Clair to push this one past the Ontario Tech line. It's going to be Blitz, Slifer, and Zuigi now looking to make the plays with their ults potentially. On the defensive side of things, where 9 being the only player from St. Clair with their ult. Cheesy, though, getting very close, as well as Bailable.
We can see Bailable kind of sneaking around behind. I don't know what's going on in his head, but a shatter comes out from the side of Ontario Tech. Nobody goes down quite yet, but Blitz takes out Bailable just as he's being sneaky. Nacho Time manages to lift up a lot of St. Clair and almost picks off Cheesy, but not quite. Apostle takes out Big Mac, and Elzuigi takes out Apostle. Blitz taking down Cheesy. St. Clair is going to have to regroup here if they can. G-Scale's trying to get out. I don't think he can. He's trying his best. Blitz just trying to demech G-Scales here. It's not quite working. G-Scale's throwing in his Diva Bomb. Is it going to hit anything? No, it doesn't. G-Scales is going to have to remech quickly to fight with his team here.
You're going to wonder if that was worth it. You know, I don't really think that was as worth it. It wasn't as dire of a need, and that could have been saved a little bit better now for this team fight. This is would be a better time to use it, but the frags come down for St. Clair nonetheless, so I guess it's not too much of a concern. So St. Clair now going to advance this payload even a little bit further, about halfway now to the second point, and they're on it now, so it's going to get more than halfway, and St. Clair is looking fairly good here now, just having to get to those big double doors, and the path is all theirs here now. If you're from the side of Ontario Tech, I think you're going to fall off and just get ready to set up for next, potentially.
I love seeing support getting some of those kills there in the kill feed. 9 taking out 2 people there. Very cool to see Brigitte yet again after everybody hated her from GOATS. Elzuigi just kind of holding up that shield for everybody. Bailable and Cheesy managed to take out Big Mac and Slifer. There's a big shatter that goes down in the corner. Nobody quite dead yet. Looks like 9 does manage to fall. G-Scales punches Blitz out, and Bailable trying to find that sneaky pick behind, but Nacho Time will take out Cheesy. It's really anybody's game right now. Apostle looking for that pick on Elzuigi. Elzuigi trying to get out, but no, Apostle takes him down. And Bailable will take out Nacho Time and Big Mac's Immortality Field.
Yeah, so this is big for the side of Ontario Tech to slow down this payload push because they're just burning time right now, which is really big. You know, St. Clair's still going to get this payload through, but Ontario Tech just wasted about 45 seconds there throughout that time, so they did a very decent job there with that. However, St. Clair now 2 points in over 3 minutes to just get at this last little distance is definitely going to be a cause of concern for Ontario Tech here now, needing to regroup and play off this defense, but St. Clair getting early movement here already, setting 2-3 players on that payload.
Cheesy does have his dragons. He's going to look for the perfect opportunity to use them. Apostle holding up his shield while Cheesy pops dragons, taking out Elzuigi with them. St. Clair just advancing slowly onto Ontario Tech while pushing that payload, making sure not to leave it too far behind.
Yeah, so now it is going to be 3 players still currently sitting on that payload. They are getting so much movement on this. Cheesy going to take down Nacho Time, and Bailable finds another there. All the advances come through. G-Skills with the Diva Bomb. And now that is going to be St. Clair just continuously advancing this payload. They have got it 58 meters already. They are just minimal distance away from closing this one out. That's all they need. Oh my goodness, they're going to get it to around the 70-meter marker before the contest comes through. But they have so much time, and it's so close. This should get forced through from St. Clair.
Ooh, G-Scales almost takes out Blitz. Actually, he does, even though he got demeched, and St. Clair is going to cap that point. That was so fast. I blinked, I missed it yet again.
That's going to be hard to top for Ontario Tech. Like, St. Clair might get themselves a map on the board here throughout this one.
I think that's a little confidence boost that St. Clair did need.
Yeah.
2 minutes and 15 seconds is a lot of time remaining. If they go into round 3, St. Clair will have that upper hand unless Ontario Tech University can cap it faster than them.
Yeah, Ontario Tech would actually have to go absolutely massive here if, you know, like, it's so hard. Because, you know, just getting into that third point alone is such an achievement. Doing it with 2.5 minutes remaining is just another level. Like, the speed there from St. Clair is crazy. I think if you're Ontario Tech and you want to come for this one and actually come through with a win here, you have to win this opening fight. I mean, it's not necessary. Obviously, St. Clair didn't win the opening fight and they got that much time left. But winning the opening fight will set you up for success through the rest of your run. And it's going to be very big for Ontario Tech to win that.
Exactly, and as you can see, last round, it looked like St. Clair pushed that cart continuously. It almost never stopped. So Ontario Tech is going to have to do pretty much the exact same thing to get onto even ground with St. Clair going into round 3, or this game will go to St. Clair.
Yeah, so now St. Clair, you know, they have all the cards in their favor right now. They just got to play the lockdown defense. You know they're going to be trying very, very hard because one game here gets a new life of hope for them kind of here. You know what I mean? So one game here really changes how this whole thing is in play for them. St. Clair is very pushed up, though. Nowhere near as pushed up as Ontario Tech was. Ontario Tech let St. Clair get some early, you know, pull on that payload, but St. Clair says no.
Goodness.
And Junked Available open us up early. Big Mac gonna demech G-Scales, but all the frags come through for St. Clair.
Straight into spawn. I have never seen that before by any collegiate team in Overwatch. I've never seen them push up to the spawn doors on Route 66. That is crazy. That was an intense strat, sneaking through that little train car there and getting those early picks.
Yeah, so it's going to result now in Ontario Tech immediately having to regroup, and St. Clair is literally just holding them in their spawn. St. Clair is turning up after that one little win they had there on the half. St. Clair is not allowing Ontario Tech to get anywhere with this.
St. Clair's comp is very based on up close and personal fighting here. They have Available on the Reaper, Apostle on the Reinhardt, and you know, Diva too. The closer you are, the more damage you do. So they're making sure that they can just push up as close as they can onto them and hold them back. It looks like it's working so far, but Ontario Tech is building up some ultimates, getting ready to push onto St. Clair again. Blitz takes out Arjunk, but Cheesy takes out Luigi. There's just mines going down. Blitz taking out Cheesy. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Ontario Tech takes out 3 members from St. Clair, 4 members from St. Clair. Now looks like Ontario Tech is going to secure this cart.
Make it out a 5th, and that's a near team kill for the side of Ontario Tech. They should get them just past this gas station, or a little bit even further maybe. Like, I mean, this might get them like 3/4, maybe even all the way kind of there, because St. Clair has such a big regroup here now. They're suddenly now going to all have to flood through. They do get it stopped at probably about the 2/3 marker here now, and where they will start to take their fights. But this cart has already made its way past the gas station. That's massive now for Ontario Tech.
And looks like Available. Oh my goodness! Popping the Death Blossom in the garage here. Didn't manage to get anybody, but G-Scales and Apostle did take out 2 members of Ontario Tech. Apostle swinging his hammer, manages to catch Big Mac. Cheesy gets Blitz. Available gets Nacho Time, and G-Scales gets Slifer. St. Clair will stop this cart temporarily.
Yeah, so that cart will slowly be getting drawn back here now towards that Ontario Tech side. St. Clair did a very good job of playing that defense there. Ontario Tech, they're not getting this early point like St. Clair did. I mean, St. Clair got this one with over 2 minutes remaining. You're a minute and a half behind already if you're Ontario Tech, and with the time that St. Clair saved over, I don't think this is like really crazy doable for the side of Ontario Tech, especially when plays like this are coming through from St. Clair. That's 4 down, make it a 5th potentially here, as they are just completely abruptly rushing them. They do not want Nacho Time to live. Nacho Time gonna go down. They have 2 ults, and your St. Clair Saints might just stop Ontario Tech at that first marker.
St. Clair really said to Ontario Tech University, it's nacho time.
Oh God, Amanda.
All right, and I'm getting fired from my casting job.
Okay. So they will get somebody on that payload here now, but it's going to be immediately contested. And if you're St. Clair here, can you not just contest for the next like 20 seconds or so and, you know, just complete force them back in their spawn like they are? Slifer goes down to Cheesy, and St. Clair, they just need to win these last few battles, and they win this one. 9, going to get some utility gone against them, though, from Nacho Time. Luigi finds one,
oh my
and
goodness.
there is the team wipe from Ontario Tech. This might be it. They might do it in the overtime, and that's a concern for St. Clair now. Does the regroup come through?
They still have to push it a third of the way. St. Clair might try for the touch here.
I don't think
Not
they can.
quite sure. I don't think they will be able to, even if they want to. Looks like they are going to hold back a little bit and wait for Ontario Tech to cap this point.
That's so unfortunate for St. Clair. Really thought they were going to be able to come through and, you know, maybe take that one. But great news for the side of Ontario Tech. They did have played that one very well. It was literally all or nothing there at the very end, and they made it worth their while. Just a little bit upsetting there if you are from the side of St. Clair. So now Ontario Tech completely regroup, but good news if you're St. Clair, you burned all of their time on point 1. They have 2 minutes to get it through the thick of the map, and this is not an easy task if you're from the side of Ontario Tech.
Exactly. It looks like Nacho Time was pushed off the edge or something. St. Clair is going to have the upper hand. Going to regroup here to kind of hold that cart back just a little bit passively, giving up just a slight amount of space while holding the cart to see what's going to happen next. It looks like Slifer is trying their very best. Oh my goodness, so much happening. Huge shatter comes out from the side of St. Clair. Cheesy manages to pick out 2, but Calcium and Cypher manage to take 2 from the side of St. Clair.
Also,
3,
maybe going
4,
big.
5.
Oh my goodness. So wait, recap me quick. Does Slifer like take somebody else's ult?
Yes.
Wow, that's actually crazy. Slifer, I did not realize what that character actually completely fully did there. And wow, that's actually crazy there for the side of Ontario Tech. Then they do come through with a big Diva ult from the side of Slifer. And now it is going to be Ontario Tech. They're getting this one advanced fairly well. And they still got a minute to go to work with here. St. Clair, they have to get a team wipe here.
They push in really aggressively to start here. G-Scales, oh my goodness. Available G-Scales with Cheesy, just doing some damage here, taking out some people, some util. G-Scales looking for a Diva Bomb, it looks like.
Oh, there's a good one there.
If he can launch it, but it looks like they were able to pick them off without using any ults.
And that's
waving
good.
to the camera.
And that's, yeah, waving to the camera for sure. But that's huge. You know, they didn't have to use that G-Skills ult. AR Junk and Available, they should have their ults by the time this repush is, like, you know, kind of getting in the thick of things here. So this is very good news for St. Clair, especially when there's 25 seconds remaining. It's going to be another overtime push for Ontario Tech, and it's going to be on overtime pushes this whole game. And if it's overtime pushes this whole game, St. Clair is going to win.
Exactly. G-Scales, again, looking for a Diva Bomb here, but Blitz and Slifer will take out 2 people.
Oh,
G-Scales
does
managed to
get
get
one, and 9 takes down Luigi. So this is the kills they needed. Available going to take down Blitz as well. This might be it for St. Clair. They just have to win the overtime now. They're forcing these players off. The overtime is ticking down. Is there anybody even close? No, and St. Clair gets a game. We're going to a game 4. Amanda, you said game 5 here, and you know what? You might just be right. You might just be right.
You know what? As a St. Clair fan, I don't want to be too biased, but I would like to see a Game 5. I think that would be quite interesting to see today. Luigi did manage to get play of the game.
It's always the loser.
Exactly.
It's always the loser that gets the play of the game. You know, it's like a consolation prize.
Look
Yeah,
at that
you
shatter.
lost the map, but you got a shatter like this, and it rewards you nicely. So you at least get that little bit of momentum there. And no, so St. Clair, let's see how the NES looks after that one. That one should... Okay, heads are up higher. You can definitely tell, like, it's not like a drastic difference by any means, but you can tell, like, when after a loss, it's like, down a little bit more. When after a win, it's a little bit better
You know,
there. They
just in
are
the
still
chair.
exactly. They are still down 2-1 in the series, but like we just said, it also starts with one game. They still have lots of time to go here, and they still have 2 more games to potentially work with. So St. Clair, I mean, hey man, it's definitely doable here for the side of them, but Ontario Tech, they're probably going to come through. I think they're going to use this game loss as saying, hey, we're not going to lose another one and go into a game 5 with everything on the line. Let's end things here, and I think Ontario Tech is going to come through with a very big performance, and I think St. Clair just has to come through with an even bigger one if they do want to come through with this win.
Exactly. And for those of you at home that might be like, why don't they look that excited? They were probably just celebrating right during that play of the game moment there, but we have to show you the play of the game. We can't show you their reactions right at that time. So they are quite excited. Look at them. Look at those big smiles hidden behind the masks.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely hard to see as much with all these masks and stuff, of course. So it is going to be. You want to break that down a little bit more? I'd completely butcher that.
That's okay. The next map will be Volskaya, and for Overwatch fans and people who watch Overwatch League, you're probably groaning at home right now. Another 2 capture point map. Yes, it is. These maps are a crowd least favorite, actually, because it's just like our normal point capture, but there is 2 of them, and it's very easy to tie. And once you tie it, you will have to keep going until somebody breaks that tie, and that could be many, many games.
Yeah. So, yeah, what are we going to say? An hour for this next map here? Or, like, what are we looking at here? I'm looking at my clock.
Might want to clear our schedules, because it looks like these teams have been going back and forth. It's really anybody's game at this point, but St. Clair will need to capture this map to be able to have a chance at winning the series, or else it will go to Ontario Tech.
Yeah, personally, I'm also not a big fan of these 2 capture points. I feel like it's in esports, it's like, okay, there's gonna be that one-off time where this goes on for like hours, right? And then it's like, okay, like I mean, well, what can you do? I mean, it's like that for so many games where it's just all right, back and forth until someone does it better and consistently. So it's gonna be tough here, but hopefully one of these teams is able to take it in regulation. I always love to see overtime games, but I feel like on the 2 captures, overtime is not as much of my favorite.
Typically, it is not, but looking like Overwatch 2, we won't have that issue anymore with lots of more interesting game modes. But this semester, we are on Overwatch 1. Maybe Overwatch 2 next semester? I don't know. We'll find out. But we're just waiting on the teams to get ready here. Players are just kind of getting ready, taking a little break. So we're going to send it over to our break, actually. But first,
No,
sorry.
We're gonna give a quick little shout out to our sponsors. We're not gonna send this one to a break real quick quite yet. We're gonna send this one. Thank you to Crunchyroll being our newest sponsor here. That's gonna be a 14-day premium trial for free at crunchyroll.com/Saints if you guys are interested. Crunchyroll, basically the anime of the Netflix of anime, and so Crunchyroll going to be one of your biggest anime providers there. Make sure you go check them out if you're an anime fan and get that 14-day premium free trial and for crunchyroll.com/Saints. Now moving forward, thank you to our other sponsors as well. Got to show them some love even if they've been here with us through a few semesters. Thank you to the Tim Hortons, Subway, St. Clair SRC, and the St. Clair College Alumni Association. We wouldn't be able to put this on without them, so huge stuff overall with them there. And if you guys haven't seen quite yet, we do have some new apparel and stuff like that at acquire.ca/Saints. You can see lots of very nice apparel there. I know personally, myself and Amanda just ordered a bunch of new stuff there, and we're all waiting for that to come in. But there's the Griffin little logo hoodie there. You got a Saints crew neck. You got some jerseys, some jackets, some t-shirts. There's also more stuff on the store there. If you guys want to go check that out, that'll be at acquire.ca/Saints. As we were saying again, we can all confirm and testify that the merch is very nice looking and very comfortable to wear as well. So once again, acquire.ca/Saints. Moving us forward, these players are just going to be taking a quick little break here now. So we'll just have the Jackson and Amanda show on here as we wait for these players to come back with us. But what a series we've had in play so far. I mean, I feel like these teams are very good matchups with each other, whether it be for scrims or whatnot, just overall practice in general. I know this is a regular season game, but, you're still getting practice out of these regular season games. So this is definitely good work for the St. Clair Saints.
Exactly. It was very impressive from both teams so far today. They're definitely, both teams are probably excited to see who's going to win here. It's very neck and neck. It's really anybody's game. I know, commentating today, this is probably the most excited I've been for an Overwatch game in quite a while.
Yeah, it's definitely been a while since we've been this excited for these matchups here. And Ontario Tech is definitely one of those strong schools. So if St. Clair can pull off a reverse sweep against one of those schools, that would be absolutely massive. So we'll see what happens here momentarily. But moving us forward, I guess since we have time right now, I don't know, maybe we could look at our schedule moving forward since we have time. I guess, I mean, hey, we might as well right now. All you guys are paying attention. All you guys are viewing because we're in the middle of a series. So you're not going to leave us here as we're going over the schedule. So anyways, Rainbow Six Siege will be the first thing here kicking us off. And that is going to be versus Iowa State University in a back-to-back one. First one at 8 p.m. And then the second game will be against the University of Louisiana. That is going to be tomorrow at 8 and 9. I will be on the mic for those as well. So make sure you guys tune in and join me on that one as well. And one that I know everybody around St. Clair and Saints Gaming is excited for, this Valorant tournament coming Sunday, 12 p.m. EST. I'll be in here as well for that. And that is going to be the Collegiate Fall Brawl. Something that I am looking very, very excited for. Following us up on that Monday and the Tuesday, we're going to see some NACE Rocket League versus McGill University. Following us up then on the Tuesday, NACE League of Legends. And the same league we're kind of playing in right now for Overwatch. So very good stuff. And both of those will be at 7 p.m. I know these are some titles that we haven't really seen a lot of yet in a while, and mainly Rainbow Six Siege coming tomorrow. Something we haven't seen in, I think, like 4 or 5 months now. So it's been a while indeed. Very excited to hop back on the mic for that one. Going to be a little rusty, but very excited to see the new rosters and the new players come into play.
For sure. I'm also very excited for this Sunday at 12 p.m. for that Valorant tournament. Hoping to hop on the mic at some point there for the first time on Valorant. So stay tuned for that. It might be interesting, but we'll also have some fresh faces in. Some people who have had their hand at casting Valorant once or twice already, so definitely come on, check out our channel on Sunday for that around noon. Right now, we're just getting started with the match.
Yeah, so everything, I think, is this warm-up, or are we already in right away in play? We're right away in play here, so very good news there. No little trickery this time here. So it is going to be decided on Ontario Tech looking to play the defense. Am I correct?
Yeah, Ontario Tech is on defense here. St. Clair is looking to cap the point. Bailable trying to go for a little bit of a flank, but it's not quite successful. St. Clair kind of grouping up to try to flip this point and take the territory away from Ontario Tech University here. Cheesy kind of lagging behind, trying to get a little bit of a pick here, but St. Clair is at a bit of a disadvantage without Cheesy up there with them.
Yeah, so, I mean, St. Clair, personally to me, it looked like they were not as doing so great capturing points, compared to payload. But from the side of Ontario Tech, I mean, they were having a really hard time capturing the point there in that last game. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this one plays through. But so far, it's going to be St. Clair getting almost maybe a tick here on this first point. A big contest coming through. Lots of frags there as well. Apostle and 9 each finding kills. And Blitz, though, going to answer back on an air jump. But there is still this fights that are going down to the point. If you're from the side of Ontario Tech, you do not want to allow this tick to come through. And it might just come through, though. This is such an intense battle on this point right away.
Calcium did pop that beat to try to hold the rest of the team, but Apostle...
Oh, they got a tick.
Oh my goodness, St. Clair just wiping out members slowly of Ontario Tech here. Looks like they are going to be able to cap this point. Ontario Tech is going to default to that second point there. Try to hold it, because very important that you don't let the enemy team capture that second point.
Yeah, this is very big now for the side of St. Clair. And, I mean, the fact that they got that so early and they have so much time left to work with now is so big. I feel like St. Clair's been so aggressive and so quick with these early team wipes here. It really gives them a good positional advantage moving forward in the rest of the map. So we could maybe see a big one come through here from them. But Ontario Tech ultimately looking to play the defense. But St. Clair's offense is looking ever so good. But Sweegie and Nocturne answer back. Available and on. Fossil finds them as well, though. And that's now Ontario Tech in fairly decent positioning.
Looks like St. Clair available, just getting a few picks here, but he's gonna die or get out, and he's gonna die here. It looks like St. Clair is gonna group up. They do have 2 ultimates, but so does Ontario Tech University, and they're coming up onto a 3rd. So we'll have to see how this match plays out here. I think we missed it when it happened, but Cheesy did pop his ult and managed to get 2 people, but it wasn't quite enough to take that point there.
Yeah, completely agreed with you on that one there, Amanda. So St. Clair here now are looking to make some plays. The B point has still not been touched quite yet. Sweegie will open us up on a 9. Cheesy gonna do some, utility there on a Big Mac. And now St. Clair is, slowly coming in on their team push. Cheesy will start us off nicely, taking down Big Mac. Now, Ontario Tech will be down a player, and that will provide a little bit of an opening for St. Clair to do some more damage here in the end of the day. The contest is in, and now this is where G-Scales wants to get very aggressive and do some work. But Bailable will take down Zwigi. Maybe some more as well. That's another player going to go down to Bailable. Calcium will get killed out, and Bailable is on a tear, just getting so aggressive. Will ultimately get stunned out. The capture points are coming through now from St. Clair, and they are going to get everybody on B, and St. Clair is going crazy. Like, is there going to be a contest?
Oh my goodness.
The contest is there. Zwigi will take down Bailable. Apostle going to get the refrag, though. Now only one player from the side of Ontario Tech. Ontario Tech slowly respawning and immediately rushing over here, though. But everybody from the side of St. Clair is just shooting them down in their path. It seems like there's always one player here that just got to get this player off and maybe get something. All the kills are coming through. The capture is there. Another contest, though, but that doesn't matter. St. Clair is continuously finding these frags. The full capture is there. They got the 2, and there is 2.5 minutes remaining, but I don't think that matters, does it?
It does matter when we get to a game 3 if Ontario Tech can make it past the second point here. The stalls were insane. Just person after person jumping onto the point strategically. That Lucio coming over the edge of the wall and using the beat to keep himself and maybe one other person alive for a little extra time was definitely beneficial to Ontario Tech.
Yeah, completely agreed with you on that one, Amanda. So now it is going to be the side of Ontario Tech playing the attack here now. St. Clair, a big defensive win from them here could definitely force a game number 5, but we will see what happens in just a second.
Exactly. It looks like everybody's kind of getting ready here. Cheesy breaking all the monitors. They're going to have to replace those. St. Clair just kind of grouping up and trying to figure out what they're going to do on defense here.
Yeah, we'll find out in just a second as St. Clair is looking to make a move, but on the defensive side of things, and they've been very aggressive on the defensive side, right? So I'd only imagine that they're going to continue with that very aggressive defensive play style. It has punished them in certain circumstances, but it has really reaped benefits for them as well. So now Ontario Tech looking to make a a 2-point capture here as well and taking down St. Clair, but let's see what happens. St. Clair, they've been turning up here recently.
For sure, and we do see a little bit of a classic from last semester available on the Ash. Throwing in that dynamite. Oh my goodness, he gets a headshot on Blitz early here, and oh my goodness, he goes again. The dynamite takes out Big Mac. That's a huge lead for St. Clair right now. Ontario Tech is going to have to find a way to get out of there and regroup because they are down 3.
Yeah, G-Skills finding that late notcher time pick is definitely big as well. So it's going to completely force Ontario Tech to fall off. They're now looking to go back onto the offensive here. And let's see what they can do. But oh my goodness, Apostle going to take a great deal of damage there from, that shot that came flying at him. But now it is going to be still Ontario Tech regrouping. The regroup is there now, though, and their attention is focused. They're going to be making their way through. And it seems as if they will get slowly stopped in their tracks, but not for long. And I don't even know. This is mayhem right now to Tracer. Cheesy going all over the side of Ontario Tech is making their way through the point at a different angle. The dynamite from Bailable could be massive once again. Does some damage. And Bailable has been a nuisance to the side of Ontario Tech right now.
For sure. He keeps landing those dynamites, lighting everybody on fire, taking away a little bit of damage at a time, which can be very dangerous. Oh, big nano onto Apostle, but he does get shattered. Might be enough to keep him alive from this pin, and it is. He takes out Elzwigi, and 9 G-Scales and Apostle will clean this up slowly. Chasing the Lucio out here. Calcium getting taken out by Cheesy.
I mean, okay, so right now Ontario Tech, they have 2 minutes left. St. Clair was already captured, and St. Clair was almost nearly done by now at this point. But, yeah, they have 2 minutes left. St. Clair, you don't even want to allow them to get off this point right now because you've already done so much work that if they can just burn 2 minutes off the clock, that'd be massive. Cheesy doing so much little damage, being such like a little nuisance always behind the scenes with that Tracer. Just always firing shots away at players.
St. Clair with almost 5 ults ready to go here. Cheesy looking for that pulse bomb. Bailable does have Bob to kind of help stall at that point. Worst case scenario, he does throw in Bob. Bob does something by the looks of it. Is it enough? No, it is not. Cheesy managing to pick up the slack. Apostle 9! Everybody just throwing everything off to the side there.
Oh my goodness, 10-player kill streak. So there's another 30 seconds already gone off the clock now, plus the time that's going to be spent regrouping. I mean, they got about 50 seconds here for a push and then forcing overtime and whatnot. St. Clair, you do not want to get off this 8 point. This is where you need to end it. This is where you need to force your game 5, right here.
Exactly. They have about 2 to 3 pushes left for Ontario Tech University here. St. Clair is 3 ults up. By the looks of it, 9 gets taken out. Arjok gets taken out. There's no heals on the side of St. Clair. This might very well do them in if they are not careful.
No.
They're going to have to play very defensively, but it looks like most of them are wiped out right now, except for G-Scales. Can G-Scale stall long enough? No, he gets taken out and demagged and killed here.
And at this point, do they just throw this point and go play next? Most assumingly, yes, that's what they are planning on doing. And so now Ontario Tech going to get that 30 seconds remaining or just under. And the one thing that does benefit St. Clair for that is now Ontario Tech not a lot of time here now on this point to work with.
Yes, exactly. And another thing that can be a little bit annoying with 2CP is that 2 minutes tacked on, right? If you capture that point. So now they have 3 minutes left to try to... Oh my goodness, Blitz pops out the Dragon Blade. Oh my... What even happened there? 9 used his flail on Blitz, and Arjunk took out Slifer. Looks like St. Clair is going to be able to hold this point unless El Zuigi jumps in there. Takes out 9, trying to find another one. Looks like Apostle just kind of pushing them back slowly.
Yeah, 100% agreed with you on that one there. So now it is going to be Ontario Tech. They haven't made any progress on it yet. A minute has been burned. Their push forced to fall back here a little bit as the St. Clair pressure was too strong. And this is the play now that they're trying to make to get on the point. It's going to be the push here. Now the Dynamite from Bailable, though, going to continue to cause them some damage and cause them to, you know, play this one a little bit slower. Every time they're about to come through, they see if they stick a Dynamite on the ground, and they decide that push is maybe not so worth it. So Apostle getting very aggressive. Will demech Nacho time, I believe. And now that is giving Cheesy taking out Big Mac as well. Good starts here from the side of St. Clair.
Exactly, and it looks like St. Clair has 5 ults right now. Ontario Tech in almost the exact same position. We are looking at a fight or two here that could potentially use 2 to 3 ultimates, which would be a little bit scary for both sides. It's going to be a little bit hard to keep track of, but we will do our best to guide you through it in this viewing experience.
Yes, for sure. So look at all the ults from St. Clair, and look at all them from Ontario Tech. Like, this is what you're just saying. Like, this is going to be mayhem. Oh, and here it goes. Here it goes. Now all hell is going to break loose here on the point. Big Mac and Slifer find the early few.
Oh my.
Nacho time finds one. Cheesy enters back, taking down Blitz. So now all down to this, the contest on the point. Luigi takes down 9 now. And now all the plays are from there. We do still have a few ults from St. Clair, but not a lot. Nacho time taking down G-Skills is not what you like to see. Maybe some ults from St. Clair coming through. It doesn't look like it's going to be able to do a whole lot, though. Bailable forced off the point, and there is still Ontario Tech going for this play, but St. Clair might have just been able to do it to knock them off just enough. Everybody from St. Clair is back there now. This is once again a full team fight.
Brigitte is so good on this point with the flail, that Inspire. Every time she hits someone, she is healing with all those people grouped up. And when you're doing that stall, you're just healing your team the more damage you do. Oh my goodness, 9 just trying his best to beat up that monkey, but it's not enough. Apostle pushes him off the edge, joins his team. I don't know how St. Clair held that, but it looks like...
And they still are.
It looks like they are going to here.
Yeah, so that is a couple frags coming through there now from St. Clair to at least continue to hold this. And it's only 20 seconds remaining. I mean, this is getting worrying for Ontario Tech. And look at that, Apostle just going in right now for St. Clair. G-Scales taking down Slifer as well. 10 seconds. This is going to be played all off of overtime.
If I was Ontario Tech, I would be a little bit worried with one of my healers down right now, a little bit behind. Oh my goodness, we're going to see some ultimates come out here. Looks like a beat is popped on the side of Ontario Tech University, giving everybody some extra health here. Available, throwing in those classic dynamites, trying to take out that Moira beam, healing the whole team, keeping them up right now. But it does end. Blitz trying to find a pick onto anybody on St. Clair. Bob jumps in and does something, I hope. G-Scales rolling around on the point. Bob does manage to do something. He takes out 3 people. Oh my god.
That's it.
Oh my word. We're going to go to a game 5.
That is crazy. We didn't even have to go to overtime in the 2 CPs.
Wow, that's not common at all. Wow, look at that. Play of the game here. Looks like it is going to be a monkey play. I can't tell by who. It is Apostle. Look at that. He's just throwing everybody off the side here. Look at that. Everybody just going down into the cavern. Look at that. Beautiful.
Yeah, so nicely done there. Finally, the winning team also can have the play of the game. So
look at Apostle walking around and Cheesy, all of them.
Now they're fired up. You know, we haven't really seen them get like out of their seats and ready to go. So that is going to be St. Clair answering back with 2 maps. That's the first 2 steps of the reverse sweep done. They only need to put in that final little step there now to come through and win this one. And Ontario Tech, if you're from their side, you've got to be shaking in your boots a little bit here now.
For sure. As you can see in the nest cam here, Apostle is gassing up his team. He's like, yes, look at that, putting his hands up in the air. So exciting. Everybody looks to be in a lot higher spirits. Hopefully, St. Clair has that little bit of confidence boost to kind of get them back in the right frame of mind for this game 5. We are pretty much neck and neck at this point. It is anybody's game. We'll have to see what map we go into here. I do believe it's just going to be a regular point capture, but we will find out very shortly.
Yeah, I'm very excited. We're very close to getting into this one, and it all comes down to this, right? I mean, we're not going to see a 2 CP, I'm fairly certain. So at the end of the day, it's going to come down to it's going to be a nail-biter, I can already tell. It's going to be both teams just going absolutely crazy in here. So, I mean, this is really anybody's game to win at this point in time. Let's find out who's going to come away with it.
For sure. So, I think we're just waiting on the players here. So, we're going to hang out just a little bit longer. Again, the Jackson and Amanda show. Hello, everybody. How are you doing tonight?
Yes, for sure, indeed there. So, now, I mean... I don't even know what to really go on about right now. That was just so crazy. So much has really just happened. And this NACE regular season opener for St. Clair has been crazy. It's been like, okay, they started off, they're like, okay, well, this isn't such a great situation. And then they answer back and they're like, okay, this has turned out fairly well for us here now. So St. Clair and Ontario Tech really getting into the thick of things.
Exactly. St. Clair has proved this could really be a reverse sweep, but Ontario Tech University here proving to be very, very scary in the Overwatch scene today. Like I said, these teams are like an even matchup here. Looks like we are going to swap out Calcium for 2 DPS, and Nacho is going to go to support now on the side of OTSU.
Maybe they were trying something new here in this one, and they're switching them back to like their original roles or something along the lines of that. Because, I mean... If that's not like a role that they're heavily experienced in, they're about to switch it into for the final game of the series. It could be fairly drastic. So I'd assume that they are in character pick and whatnot right now, just, you know, getting ready. So we should be just moments away from getting things started here. But do you think we're going to see a similar set of characters come out? Or do you think OTSU, now that they have been in this situation, there's going to be a drastic switch?
It definitely will depend on the map and the players here. Since they did swap, I really don't know how it's gonna go with Calcium on the Diva now, and Nacho Time on the support. Cheesy is gonna teleport everybody in, and we do happen to be on Oasis University here, and it is gonna be a regular point capture. So, St. Clair going straight in here. Apostle holding up the shield for his team, trying to make a little bit of way. St. Clair does manage to have the point presence, but Apostle gets taken down and then slowly crumbling right in front of their eyes.
Yeah, this is looking fairly good for Ontario Tech University to start us off. It's got to be a little bit of a concern there for St. Clair. And, I mean, losing these early picks here is not a good news there, but they will find one to take down Slifer and maybe give them a little bit of an opening, but the percentage is ticking for the side of Ontario Tech here right now. And St. Clair, I mean, they are getting their advance in. They're pinching the site from all over. Can they make the plays?
That was a huge pick by 9 onto Nacho Time. Amazing aim, but Slifer does take out 9 and his immortality field, leaving his team a little more defenseless than previously. Cheesy puts up his big shield through the middle of the map here. I heard an Earth Shatter go off, but I don't know who that was, but St. Clair managed to pull through on this one and keep that point presence going, and they're at 22% right now.
Yeah, the percentage for St. Clair is doing exponentially well as of right now. Ontario Tech, on the other side, not as well. They did get an early 13, which really does help them. And at the end of the day, like, I mean, 13% doesn't seem like a crazy amount, but in the substantial side of things, in the game that is this close, every little tick counts right now. So St. Clair are going to continuously hold this one. If they could just hold this one to get to, like, you know, that 60, 70, 80% marker would be big. And that is going to be St. Clair just holding off the point with their whole life right now. Calcium on the Diva, going kind of crazy, but Scales going to find a lot of his own. St. Clair going to continue to hold the point.
G-Scales just diving all around the map, just doing damage here and there, waving at the camera yet again. That was impressive. Just can't believe he managed to do a little bit of damage on everybody there.
Yeah, very good stuff there from him. And now St. Clair really take a big upper hand here early in this one. And this has got to concern Ontario Tech even more, because Ontario Tech had such a grasp on this series in general. Now we go into this game-deciding map, and St. Clair's taking an early advantage. That is not what you want to see, especially when G-Scales gets a bomb like that. But Bailable and Scales will get answered back onto. So now it's going to be the side of Ontario Tech capturing this point. Will a contest come through? No, the point capture does flip over to the side of Ontario Tech. They will start earning percentage themselves now. 9 finds one, but Cheesy will find one as well for some trades. And now it is going to be St. Clair regrouping and looking to make a push. 9 getting some heals out here. Also getting some damage onto these opponents. Now they push this through. They got those players in front to block all these bullets and damage being dealt. But Blitz will open us up on a possible. Zuigi going to find the damage on a 9 and cleans it up on Slifer. Zuigi finds Bailable as well. Arjunk going to take down Blitz, but Cheesy going to get shut down from Zuigi as well. So, I mean, at this point in time, St. Clair College going to get shut down there. Ontario Tech building a percentage of their own.
All St. Clair can really do at this moment is to regroup. They're kind of just toying with G-Scales here. Will they let him out? It looks like they will. Trying to do a little bit of damage, get his mech back. But he manages to get taken out by Blitz. They're going to have to hide from that Baptiste window there and regroup, get stable footing, and work together to push through that wall of defense that Ontario Tech University has created.
Yeah, I mean, I will admit right now Ontario Tech's defense is looking solid on this point. It is locked down currently at this point in time, and St. Clair is going to definitely have a hard time answering for it. They do have a couple ults they can use. Yeah, Bailable's ult going to come out here now as well. So now all these ults from St. Clair could result in some frags, and 9 will find one. Arjunk going to get refragged from Calcium, though, on the Diva ult. But 9 will take down Zuigi. Calcium finds another onto Apostle. The trades are always coming through. So now it's a 4-on-4 around here, and it's going to be all up to St. Clair to try to come through and win this, because Ontario Tech is now at 99%, and they're at the overtime position. St. Clair has to get on the point. We're still in overtime, and they're going to get a contest just barely, but is it enough? Yes, all of St. Clair's there. Arjunk finds Blitz, but Blitz will demech G-Scales, and all the frags from Zuigi and Cypher come through. Notch Time finds one as well. The overtime ticking down. Does a contest come in? I don't think so. Round number 1 will be headed towards Ontario Tech's way.
For sure, that's very impressive by both teams here. The first map here on Oasis University, that one, like the inside of the university, can be a little bit difficult. It's really dependent on who can really get to that point first and hold, get that good defense, because it's very hard to break through once you do have that defense. This next part of the map, very interesting as well. There's a lot of verticality, lots of places for teams to hold. I really don't know what we're going to see and who will come out on top, but St. Clair does need to win this point capture or the series will go to Ontario Tech.
Yeah, and they need to win 2 in a row now for the series to stay in their favor. We'll see how it goes, though, at the end of the day, but I'm a little concerned. I think Ontario Tech found a little bit of a rhythm towards the end of that point there. They've really started getting lockdown defense and lockdown playstyles, so a lot is going to come down to this entry battle. I really do believe if Ontario Tech wins this entry, that's not good for St. Clair, but a lot happening early.
I don't know how Luigi managed to live through that. He got booped off the edge of the map, but managed to throw himself back on, so he didn't die, just fell lower. G-Scales does manage to take out Big Mac. St. Clair trying to find another pick here to kind of spin this in their favor. They're going to try to take out Luigi. Can they do it? Yes, they do. Blitz manages to take out 9, though, so St. Clair is low on heals. Looks like McCree gets thrown to the lower level here. Blitz manages to take out Bailable. G-Scales
wow.
Mac and G-Scales in the process.
And
Blitz
that's going to give
turned it
Ontario Tech
around.
the point.
Exactly. Blitz did turn that around for his team. Ontario Tech, starting with that the percentage countdown, really whoever has the point in their favor, it's really beneficial to them because that countdown will keep going even if other people aren't standing on the point. It's not until the very end that you need to have nobody on the point and able to win.
Yes, 100%. So it's going to be St. Clair capturing that point, but will get stopped in the process. The contest is there, and Ontario Tech basically just says, no, you will not capture that point that easily, and we're going to have to devote so many resources to it. Cheesy and Zwigi getting some damage done here early on the feed, and Blitz will take down Bailable 9, and Cheesy and Arjunk, though, doing work. G-Skills as well. St. Clair looking to still contest this point, and now the capture is there. So it's going to be St. Clair looking to make an impact on the scoreline, and they pretty much had to at that point. I mean, Ontario Tech was up 1-0 in this map. It's tied series, and they are up in the percentages. St. Clair literally needed to do that.
Bailable looks like he fat-fingered his ult there.
No way.
That's going to be very, very sad for the side of St. Clair. That could have been huge, but we can't cry over it forever. St. Clair does have some more ults in their favor. G-Scales looking for that bomb, throws it straight up in the air. Can he find anything? Doesn't look like he does, although St. Clair is managing to get some frags here. Back and forth, but it looks like St. Clair does have the upper hand. If they can take out this Lucio and this Ryan, they will... Whoa, Lucio pops a beat just as I say that. St. Clair is going to have to regroup here. They're kind of even for percentage. So really, it's St. Clair just has to regroup quick.
And Ontario Tech will be the ones to lock on it. And that's why I'm scared, because it's worked like this a lot, right? Ontario Tech got a little bit of early percentage, then St. Clair took it and got a big chunk, and then Ontario Tech got it back, and then once Ontario Tech gets it back, they are really good at holding this defense once they get ults and whatnot. So I'm a little bit concerned here for St. Clair, especially without having Bailable's ult to work with. But there is some frags coming through
my
early.
goodness!
Cheesy and Apostle find few, and just like that, that could open it for St. Clair.
Apostle, with that quick thinking, turned it around so quickly. His team got shattered, but he shattered Ontario Tech University back, and his team collapsed onto them. Can they get this Tracer? Yes, they do. St. Clair is in control of the point yet again. They are at 50%. So they're slowly catching up to Ontario Tech University. They are holding on for dear life. They need to win this point to have a chance of winning the series. If not, the series will go to Ontario Tech University.
Yeah, and a very close one at that. So Ontario Tech are still looking to break in. They have the time to work with. This is a big stop from St. Clair if they can pull it off. Bailable going to get some utility on a notch of time, and Slifer will lose his life. Blitz going to demech G-Scales. G-Scales could lose his life, and that'd be a big frag for the side of Ontario Tech to find. And now St. Clair is still looking to play this defense. Ontario Tech not able to really get any capture points yet. Cheesy takes down Big Mac, takes down Notch of time. Blitz going to find Arjunk, but G-Scales will take down Blitz. St. Clair, they might just be able to close this one out here.
St. Clair at almost 90% here. If they can keep Ontario Tech University off the point, we might be looking for a wall from Bailable that could save the day to keep everybody off the point. That is what he's going to look for, not letting them touch at all. I don't know if they can unless Lucio tries to touch. Tracer does manage to touch from the side of Ontario Tech University. They're just kind of coming on the point here, trying to stall it out as much as they can. 9 does have his window. He's going to try to pop that soon, I think. Yes, he does, to keep his team up, to try to get those kills faster. And it looks like they can get this Lucio. They might just be able to do it.
Yeah, and the overtime takes down. There's Lucio down, and there we go. Okay, so we have one control point to decide the last 2 hours or so of what we've been doing here now. So whoever loses this one, I'm just gonna feel bad. So like whoever loses this one, like you just spend so much time grinding through thick and thin. St. Clair will be upset because they were so close to the reverse sweep and were just inches away from pulling it off. And Ontario Tech would be upset because they'd be like, what happened? We had 2-0 control of this series and we lost outright. It's going to be very interesting to see. But at the bottom line, at the end of the day, these are the type of matches that we live for.
Exactly. I don't really appreciate Cheesy just destroying property like that. Not a very good example, but I mean, you know, if that's what inspires him for this game here to get this win, then, you know, you do you. Looks like Cheesy is going to go invisible and pop out, hack some health packs here so Ontario Tech can't get to them.
Yeah, good little stuff there to avoid some regenning there from Ontario Tech. A very minimal thing to do, but definitely does make an impact at the end of the day. So this last point going to be popped open here in about 7 seconds. And this big entry, we said it all the time, it's very big to find that opening entry onto the point. We'll see what plays out here, and it's going to be St. Clair. It has a lot of players on it, but just as I say that, Ontario Tech is swarming the point, and now we are just looking for this thing to get captured by either team. It's going to be, it's up in the air. Apostle going to lose his life to Blitz. Who's going to find the next right? Cheesy will get some Notcher time. One G-Scale's going to get D-Mac. Vailable going to find Notcher time, though G-Scale's going to lose his life. Vailable loses his life as well. This might go in favor of Ontario Tech.
Looks like it is going to. Very quickly, Arjunk is going to need to get off point or die. Total 9. It looks like they do that. So St. Clair can group up quickly and try to prevent Ontario Tech University from getting more percentage. But if you're a fan of Ontario Tech University, things are looking good for you right now. Right now, St. Clair is going to have to regroup, try to take this point. Ontario Tech University does have that point control. They are in the lead here by 12%.
Yes, they are indeed in the lead here by a little bit. So now it is going to be them. I mean, St. Clair just needs to find a retake, and there are... So, okay, I was going to say, is Ontario Tech just, like, letting them on this? No, they will all hop down when they actually need to. G-Skills will get some on the Slifer there, but Zuichi and Calcium go huge.
Oh,
St. Clair just is about to get team killed. There it is. That's a team kill.
Oh
That's the last thing you want right now. That's going to get them up to, like, the 60% marker.
Exactly, and St. Clair has no ult right now. This is very worrying if you're from the side of St. Clair. The ult
and they're not even close.
Exactly, the ult economy for St. Clair is just not good. Right now, Ontario Tech University has 4 ults. St. Clair is getting close to 1, maybe 2 for that final fight, maybe? I'm not quite sure. St. Clair is going to need a miracle to pull this through, but they still might be able to do it. They're grouping up and deciding to approach this from the low ground.
Oh, Zuichi will open us up massively. Cheesy will at least be able to do something, but not when things happen like that. There's a second team kill. Amanda, I mean, this is just so tough. They're still pretty far from these ults. Did Bilbo just fat finger it again?
I think he did.
Oh my god.
Oh my. Oh no.
Bilbo just used his ult again by accident.
That is not good. It looks like St. Clair is going to go into this with maybe 1 ult, and that would be Arjunk's beat. They have 10% left on the board. Ontario Tech throwing in the Diva Bomb. Looking for Shatter. They managed to hit the Shatter. There's so many things happening right now. Cheesy manages to take out Nacho Time. Oh my goodness. Everything is just happening at once.
There from Ontario Tech. 1 player alive. It's G-Skills trying to do whatever he can. And he's there alone. Will get D-Mech. They will find the frag. Is there anybody from St. Clair even there to answer for it? No. Yes!
Oh my goodness!
There is one, but is it enough? Probably not. You just gotta try so much. Big Mac gonna put in the GG in chat, but it's not gonna actually be the GG.
Another touch.
There's still another touch from Apostle. A stun's gonna be there. I mean, they're just trying to find this frag. Overtime sings down, and that's game. St. Clair not getting a tick on that final little round there.
That was such a close game. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm sorry to the losing team for the, that was
it's
crazy.
It's just devastating. Like we said before going in, I'm sorry to the losing team. And
yes.
I really do feel bad for the guys in the NES in the other room, But while I'm sitting here feeling bad, Ontario Tech is fired up, and I have to give them props where it's due. They turned up when it was time to turn up. Ontario Tech, huge GGs. They went 2-0 in preseason for a reason, and now they're coming in a regular season showing they can play. But on the side of St. Clair, they pretty much did everything they could besides getting that win.
Exactly. It was such a close game, such a great matchup. Just awesome to watch tonight, awesome to cast. I was fired up the whole cast, so that was great to see.
For sure. So we've already talked a little bit about our sponsors and about our apparel and whatnot. We'll do a quick little brief rundown of that schedule one more time here for you guys tonight. Just if you just missed it before, we'll go over it really quick again, and then we'll get out of your hair for this evening because it has been a long night of Overwatch already. So just quickly running down, tomorrow night at 8 and 9, we have a doubleheader for Rainbow Six Siege. Following that, Sunday at 12 p.m., we're going to have a Valorant tournament in NACE Star League. Then Monday, we will have some Rocket League, and that will be against McGill, I believe. And then following in that, Tuesday, 7 p.m., League of Legends and the NACE Star League. So quick little rundown on our schedule there. Don't be sure to tune in to all of these broadcasts and catch some of these amazing games at hand. And Amanda, you got any words here on this matchup here before we close things out?
Just an awesome game overall tonight. Congratulations to OTSU. Very impressive gameplay. And Saints, you'll get them next time.
Yeah, you got to learn from those mistakes indeed, and definitely take those into mind and apply them again on all those scrims and practices. So good stuff there from your St. Clair Saints. Good stuff from Ontario Tech as well. So both teams playing out their hearts out. Thank you to your viewers, thank you to you viewers for coming in here and watching the stream, watching a great matchup at hand. We do appreciate you guys coming in here. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Jackson Pride Brown, joined alongside Amanda Commanda Dupuis. This is Saints Clair Overwatch, and we'll catch you guys all on the next one.